Hi guys, dopest individual here to help you become your dopest individual. Today's topic, we're going to talk about karma, okay? My last topic, I had a notebook. I don't need no notebook for karma. I can talk about this all day. I got this tattoo right. Ooh, I got this tattoo right here, Karma, Peace, Love. This was like either my first or second tattoo. Probably my first. Or either the one on my back. Anyway, I have vivacious on my back, full of life and good spirits. But no, karma, peace, love, that was a very intentional tattoo. And we're gonna get into that. So this morning, I have this older man that lives downstairs from me. When he first moved here, see, I spent a lot of time by myself. And I've always been a very intuitive person. And I try to tell everybody has intuition. And I believe mine is heightened only because I've spent so much time by myself. When I was younger, I mean, I still do now, but when I was younger, it was just me and me. Okay. So I just know when my intuition is pulling me towards people, and I'm a caring person, and I like to just do for people if I have the capacity for it. You know what I'm saying? So when I first moved to this neighborhood, I think he moved here after me. There was an older man moved in after me. I believe he's like 80 years old, right? First time I went to ever go check on him, the back half of his car was just smashed. I'm like, and I think I had already seen him walking before. He was walking mad slow, so cute, so adorable. I'm like, look at him, look at 2 miles per hour. So when I saw his car smash, I was like, Mr. John, are you okay? Are you okay? Like, what's going on with your car? And so he like chuckled. He's like, oh, the city bus swiped me, or either I swiped the city bus or something. I'm like, this old man does not need to be driving. You know what I'm saying? So he lives alone. He has him and this dog. Dog is named Marvin. So I went downstairs this morning to feed Marvin because Mr. John, he's just been going through it. Okay. He's had a couple falls and incidents since me living here. And when I very first saw him, something inside me was like, look after that man. Look after that man. I always like looking after old people because I try to tell people, you're going to get old one day. You're going to get old one day. And it would be a blessing if you had somebody that cared enough to just look after you. You never, especially now, the way that people don't know how to take care of their bodies and stuff like that. Let's just hope you don't ever hit a place in life to where anything. I actually was a caregiver before too. Sweet lady. And you don't really think about health issues until you're around somebody with health issues. And it was so cute because she would have these dinners with her friends like once a week, and they would just sit around and talk about all their health problems. They were like, what year did you have that breast cancer and blah blah. I'm like, dang, they've been through some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang. But anyway, I say that to say, you're gonna get older one day, okay? You're going to get older one day. Something, hopefully, Lord forbid, but something may stop working. You may, anything. So much is happening in the world right now. You might not even be old when it happens. You never freaking know, okay? So I always try to keep that in mind when I see people. If I can help somebody do something, especially when you're young. If it's going to take my neighbor 15 minutes to bring the groceries from his car up the sidewalk because he just moves so slow. And you know what I'm saying? It's going to take me, 30 seconds, literally, to grab them groceries out his hand and just walk them up to his, apartment. Do it. Little stuff like that matters. They're human too, okay? They're older than you. You're going to be older one day. Just think about how you would want to feel, okay? So this morning I went down, I fed Marvin. Took him out for a walk because I don't think he gets to walk much because his owner can't even walk. Mr. John's in the hospital because he said he fell and he broke some ribs. Last time he had fell and got a broken eye. I said, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I helped the old man. I'm grateful that I live near him. Because there's so many people. I don't see anybody else ever. There's been times when the dog will get out and run. Mind you, the old man can't walk that fast. Mind you, the dog can't either. The dog can't either. But you know what I'm saying? So I know everybody. There's been times when the dog will run out and walking towards the street. I know I'm not the only one hearing that old man call for that dog. But guess who? Guess how many people are actually helping that man? You know what I'm saying? So people be talking about being a change in the world. That one little small thing. Just do something for somebody. And it makes me feel good. So anyway, let me get back into it. So, took Marvin out for a walk today. I think he really liked it. I go down. He has to get this medicine twice a day. And, yeah. So, when I do that because it's helpful, I do think it's helping me bring good karma into my life. Like I said, I'm like, shoot, I like to get my old people points now. Okay? I'm going to be old one day. Okay? And what if I need some help? Because the thing is, people don't realize, like, especially when you're younger, and I'm talking like I'm not young, but I've always had, like, this older person mentality. Everything that you do is going to come back on you. There's so many people that I have met, for some reason, something inside of them is just dark and manipulative. Something in them is just dark and manipulative and whatever. You know what I'm saying? And they really, 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 really be thinking that their life just gonna keep getting better or something. Wow. It's funny. It's not. It's funny. It's funny. There's some people. I don't think it's funny for, like, I don't get off on people going through stuff. But I'm talking about the people that have came for me, went out their way to convince me that they down for me, and they really are just, I don't even know how to put it into words because I don't operate that way. All I'm saying is there's some dark energy sucking people out here. And especially the ones that don't understand spirituality. They really be thinking, let's say, because this is how I think people think. Okay, here's a great example. Yay. This is my very first, and actually, this is my biggest karmic lesson. I believe that I came in this world. I was starting to understand things when I was young. I'm going to say it like that. Like, my intuition has always been very loud. I would always have been very in tune with it for a very long time, right? This is my first scenario with karma and hearing shit in my head. Not hearing shit in my head like I need to go to a psych ward, but hearing my higher self or God or intuition, universe, whoever is in control of, ayo, letting you know that you effing up, ayo, maybe not want to go down that path. My voice is loud. And it's not only loud, but it'll actually do stuff in your physical world. And your brain will let you know, like, yep, that's what you get. And I think a lot of people ignore that. You know what I'm saying? But especially the ones that are not tapped into spiritually. So what happens is they think that since no other human person, they think that since not some other human person didn't catch them in the act, or let's say somebody has this secret intention, like, you know what, I'm gonna get close to this person, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. They think that since they're having that discussion with themselves in their minds, and there's no one else of a human vessel to witness this, they think that they're off the hook. They think that nobody saw it. They think that they're good. Life don't work that way. I'm letting you know now. I try to tell everybody there is some type of invisible force, some type of invisible eyeballs. It can hear you. It can see you. This world that we live in, I know for sure is not what we think it is. I think the world is a very magical place. It's a very magical place. We can get into that later, because there's some people that live in a literal hell, and you got some people that's living in a heaven. And the first step is to realizing it all has to do about your perspective and your karma. You're not going to be out here just doing crappy stuff to people and thinking that you're about to turn around and be blessed. Why would it work that way? No. Anyway, I'm going to tell you about the very first time that I knew my little karma was real. This don't got to relate to you. This is how it happened in my world, and so many more experiences. So I remember when I was younger, we were in a Blockbuster. Yeah, we were in a Blockbuster, And I was like, I know that I can steal a candy bar. I can steal a candy bar. Nobody's watching me. Blah, 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 blah. So I don't know what type of candy it was, but I went. Mind you, I know that this is wrong. I know. My parents did not raise me like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's honestly strike one. I knew better already. But, I'm thinking, I don't know. I'm not even thinking I'm getting a hook because I'm a child. I'm just proving to myself that I know how to be sneaky or whatever. So I take the candy bar successfully. Nobody knows. And then when I get home, maybe the next day, next week, it was in a very close time span. I get home one day. Mind you, nobody saw me take this bar. If they did, I would have been hit upside the face. It's okay, baby. I got you. I get home maybe a week. Mind you, I don't know. This was so long ago, but it was close enough. I get home and I had a very significant item of mine. I think it was my Game Boy, something I cared about. It was gone. It was gone. It was some spin. It was gone, y'all. Gone. Nowhere to be found. Even now, I can't even say, oh, I remember I went back and found it. Gone. Right? So I remember just being like, where's my Game Boy? And I hear a voice loud as day in my head. And it was like, that's what you get for stealing. And I was like, I know he did. I know he didn't. I swear, y'all. Mind you, I don't really know too much about God, and I don't know too much about any of that at this age. I'm just I know what I heard, though. And so I was like, shoot. And it made me feel especially now with me being as spiritually tapped in as I am, I'm like, you know what? I probably had to have an understanding of things sooner because of the role that I want to play in life. I like to try to consider myself a spiritual guru because I want everybody to live a fulfilling life, but you can't live a fulfilling life being a messed up person to people. It's not gonna happen, buddy. I'm sorry. And so I just made a previous video talking about healing your inner child. A lot of people come up with these defense mechanisms and mentalities and delusions based off of probably something that they had to deal with as a child, and everybody has to go back and reevaluate their childhood self. Because let's say something happened to you as a child and it made you a narcissist, and it made you someone that lacks accountability. It made you somebody that's overly, you think everybody's doing something to you. Those type of things stem from your childhood self, and you got to go back and reevaluate that. You have to. Because people that I compared our thoughts when we were a child to a baby tumbleweed. And so if you don't go back and address those thoughts, you're going to start living a life of defending yourself. And what happens is everybody goes through stuff. And so you might get a little bit of slack from when you're a child, maybe a little bit of slack when you're a teenager. But as you become an adult, nobody, and whatever, I'm going to say it like it is, nobody has time for an overly victimized mentality because we all go through shit. And I'm not going to lie, I don't like people with an overly victim mentality. Now, I try to be someone to where I'm like, hey, if you need a vent, you need a vent. I used to be someone that needed to vent. I can accept the things that are done to me. It was not, I'm an expressive person. So what was bothering me was things happening to me and not having a healthy outlet to express myself. And I think that was starting to make me seem like a villain, a victim, because I noticed myself always talking about the things that was happening to me. Even though I was aware, I'm like, look, I'm not going to bottle this stuff in for nobody. And sadly, I was dealing with a lot of people that honestly probably couldn't give me no feedback for real, probably didn't go through, just didn't think the way that I thought. You know what I'm saying? I needed me and me. I needed to talk to me and me. And so there was a time when, I just found myself always talking about the same things over and over again because I was trying to understand it. I was like, I need somebody to give me an answer to help me understand blah 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 blah. But as you get older, you can kind of you can teach yourself, talk to yourself. But anyway, so yeah, you have to go back and address certain things because there's some people out here that are just, they have no accountability. They are, bro, even me, you will never hear me say that I'm never wrong. I'm always I'm always, what's that word? I'm always, it's a certain word I'm looking for. Ooh, I'm gonna say evaluating. That's not the word I'm looking for. I'm always like looking at myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm always, taking myself and trying to put myself in other people's shoes, making sure I'm not I don't want to be one of them people that's like, yeah, girl, I can't stand people that do this. And I do the same thing that I'm saying that I don't like. I like to be very aware of myself. Yes, self-awareness. So there's some people out here, boy, it's scary. It's scary that they don't, it's always them. Oh, so it's, I don't even want to talk about it. I'm getting like the GBs. Because even though I had things in my childhood that really messed with me and stuff, it got to a point where I was like, bro, I got to get over it. And I did, because I'm like, I don't want to hear. Anyway, some of y'all really need to go out here and understand why you're never wrong. Why you're always pointing the finger. Even when, bro, I am so spiritually mature now that even when I know that somebody went out their way to do something with bad intentions towards me, I still take full responsibility, because a lot of the time my intuition has probably said something to me about it, or I got a nudge about it or something. There's something that I ignored, even though I will be like, I don't deserve the extent of what that person done to me. I still take responsibility for putting myself in the position of being around them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's me. And dealing with people like that, bro, I've talked to so many people that have done some crazy messed up things to me that feel no remorse, never apologize. First of all, it's just scary. And people are scary and they're freaking disgusting. But I also am grateful for dealing with people like that, because, whew, man, if I could go back and not give people the time of day, man, because people are out here, I don't know what happened to them in their childhood, but they're validating these nasty, dark ways of being. And karma is a thing. Let me try to make this make sense. I got like two more minutes to bring this back around to karma. The reason that you have to go back and evaluate is because you can't get to the point where you're out here doing messy, crappy stuff to people. And the reasoning that you're doing it is stemming from something that happened to you in your childhood. Life doesn't validate you like that. So as a 20, let's say you're 20, let's say whatever happened to you when you were 7. Now you're 27. And now you just feel like it's okay to, I don't know, whatever this toxic, nasty traits that people have is. It could be anything. And you don't feel like those things will come back onto you. Whether it be using people, lying to good-hearted people that's trying to help you and you taking full advantage of them, constantly cheating on people, stealing from people, anything that we internally know is not right. I don't care what nobody says. We all know, we all have this internal compass inside of us. We all do. That's why people start feeling guilt and having guilty consciousness, because you know better. So it don't care if nobody caught you. It don't matter if another human vessel caught on to what you was ever doing or not. That invisible force of karma saw you, And there's something within yourself that I know that people that do that feel disgusting on the inside. Because people that actually care about people and have love and light inside of them, there are some things that never cross my mind. I am a overly compassionate person. Hey, you good? You good? You talk about anything? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't have this nasty, icky darkness inside of me, and I don't get around people and need to project being mean to them just to make myself feel better. So when I'm dealing with people like that, I don't care how good you are at hiding that. You're disgusting on the inside and you're struggling when you're by yourself. I know that for a fact. I don't care how good you are at putting on a face. You are struggling on the inside. And I'm not somebody that people like to cross, because I can read you better than you know yourself. Everything that we do, all the things that we act, they stem from something. So you can either be a person that goes and understand. I did research, and that helped me get through life. Let me understand some things. Understanding how the brain works when you're 7 years old. Understanding, I'm just understanding other people. Why is this person like this? Oh, okay. Well, they went through this. So, and it makes me put less pressure on myself. And it makes me put a little bit more compassion to myself. And then I'm just willing to work on myself. But anyway, for the people that are out here doing nasty to people, and I don't know what people's thought process be. I just know that when you're secretly by yourself, if you even know how to be by yourself, if you don't know how to be by yourself, that's probably a huge teller right there. Because when you're by yourself, all that guilt, all them thinking start eating you up. I hope it eats your ass. Excuse my language. No, there's some people out here, they need to be haunted by what they put people through. Because you cannot be out here. It gets to a point in life where it's like, dang, I'm sorry, whatever happened to you as a child, but you cannot be out here treating people like that and thinking that life is going to bless you. And last thing I want to say, I didn't say too much on topic, but I know I said some hitters. I try to tell a lot of people, I've noticed that karma does not hit you in the area that you don't care about. So if your karmic thing was to go out here and get into relationships with people and try to see what you can get from them, and you're leaving these people fucked up, man. You're leaving these people scarred. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, more than likely, there's this dynamic of users getting with actual people that are actual givers. You will never be blessed for messing with or tainting someone that is of pure love and light. Okay? You never will. You might be, again, whatever strategies you have in that moment, you might get away with for a little bit, but in the long run, especially if that person of love and light knows how to get themselves back no matter what happens to me, I know how to bounce back energetically, because that is not in me. It's not in me to just be a nasty blah, 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 blah. So whenever people do something crappy to me, they literally bless me with more. I've learned not to become the person that people want you to be. Because most of the time, if somebody's acting that way, it's like they're trying to get that darkness out of them. And they're hoping that if they give something to you, I don't know what it is. It's like a visualization. It's not like, I need like a metaphysical visualization type of metaphor versus something like super literal. But it's like, just think of this dark smoke inside of someone's body, and it's just literally consuming them so much that they have to pour it out to somebody else. Like it's overtaking them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just you never know. That's why you might go to work and then somebody just might say something to just try to make you might try to say something to make you mad, and just like just anything, bro. People are full of darkness. Full of darkness, because that little baby tumbleweed, whatever happened to them when they were young, never got addressed. It never got nurtured. It never got whatever. And so their thoughts and the way that they victimized themselves just kept growing and growing and growing and growing. And mind you, it's just dark. to where now it's consuming them so much to where that's why people say misery loves company, and hurt people hurt people. So people just can't help it. They can't help but to ooze the darkness that's coming out of them. And you got to pay attention to how people make you feel. Not no fact. I will meet some people by looking at them. You will never know how dark they are. So that is why I am so big into spirituality, because you have to trust what you feel, bro. You have to trust it be small things that say a lot about people. The smallest things. I know how to test people without them even knowing they're being tested, just by their reaction or their response to something. Anyway, I just want to end this saying that karma is real. Oh yeah, karma is not going to hit you in the area that you care about. So if you're out here getting into relationships and making people think that you love them and doing all this stuff just to pull on people's heartstrings, okay, fine, you're heartless, cool. We're not going to send you somebody to break your heart because you don't have one. But guess what we're going to break? Them pockets. Gonna break that hairline down. Oh, we're gonna break that health down. Oh, we're gonna break them resources down. We're gonna break that reputation down. We're gonna break your mental thoughts. Yeah, you're not even gonna be able to wake up and have a positive thought. Oh yeah, just it happens. And never become the person that people are trying to make you become. Don't. It might hurt for a little bit, but if you are a good-hearted, pure person, that will never like lead you astray, ever. It is only your job to make sure you place proper boundaries in place and don't continuously be around them dark people, because we don't got time to play them games. We don't know what day they feel the darkest and what they might want to do on their darkest day. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I hope this message really got to somebody. Karma, peace, love. That is what I go by. You know what I'm saying? Because I need you to know, if you ever cross me, that karma gonna hit you first. Then we can talk about being a peace and love. But first, we're gonna talk about that karma. Okay. Anyway, thank you guys for checking me out. I hope you guys like, subscribe. Leave me some comments. Anything that you guys felt about the video, definitely leave it below. Any scenarios that y'all know of people out here being all dark and nasty and thinking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm not the only one that got people that, been doing that. So leave something in the comments. Thank you guys so much for checking me out. Mwah.